Hello everybody, it's been a minute. As you can see, it's dark outside. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been uploading like 6 months. It's been busy. Second year is hectic. But today, with the early departure, I'm about to head to the North Carolinas and West Virginia to see some family for some long needed R&R and just holiday cheer. So what better way to take a 7-hour car ride than to record a video talking about the fall semester of my second year, because there's so many horror stories about second year across the country in veterinary school. So why not spread some actual good, useful information on the internet to help those that are going to be going into it soon and those that are already in it. So that being said, please stay tuned. So let's get to the video for today. Obviously, I'm talking about things that, helped me get through my fall semester, my second year. Go through some 5 different things that I believe will be very beneficial information for you all that are going to be going to second year sooner or later, or those that are currently in second year going into your spring semester. Beyond, second year is a lot more intense in terms of its academic rigor. There's a lot more expected of you. There's a lot more exams, and there's a lot more information. The same analogy I gave last year about the, drinking from a fire hydrant. It's like first year is all the information being thrown at you at once. Second year is the same thing, except expect another fire hydrant. However, it's still doable to manage. And these 5 things I'm going to tell you is how you can manage it, at least from my perspective, how I manage it pretty well. So the first thing I'll say is you have to have a good plan and a good schedule. What I mean by that is, what I would do, for example, is I would have a plan every single week what I'm going to study. Because the second year, like I said, it's a lot more demanding. You have a lot more exams. At Auburn, we had an exam every Tuesday and Thursday. So I would have a plan of what I'm going to be studying for each week based on the tests I have that same week and the tests I have the next week. And then on top of that, I'll have order in my schedule what I'm going to be doing throughout the day. Because the second year, you are in class most of the day. At Auburn, we're in class mostly 8 to 5 every single day. So that's like 9 hours, including obviously your lunch. And so you only have 15 hours left in the day to get your studies in, to go work out at the gym, to go run, to go have fun with your dog, hang out, whatever. So you need to definitely plan accordingly and have order in your schedule, which I feel like every single year should have that. In first, second, third, fourth, doesn't matter. But this leads me to my second point, which is kind of going back to a whole plan of knowing what you're going to study for each week, but proactively studying. I mentioned this before in other videos, but the reason why I'm bringing it up again, because I feel like second year is definitely something that's going to be very important. Now, everybody has their each ways of how to prepare for exams, Some people like to cram, and they're fine with cramming 2 or 3 days before the exam. But because there's 2 exams every week, I find that brings a lot more stress on you than it actually needs to. What I would do, I would actually study like 7 days before each exam. Now, the drawback of that is that I always find myself studying for 2 exams all the time because I'm studying proactively. And I'll give you a good example real quick. So let's say Tuesday, I take my exam, because like I said, we have exams every Tuesday and Thursday. I take my exam, I go home, and I will start studying for the exam on Thursday. And I'll also start that same Tuesday studying for the next exam next Tuesday, because I said 7 days in advance. Now you may think that's a lot. You just took the exam, you need to take a break, and you're right, I do take a break on Tuesday. The studying is only leisure studying that day, because I've already been preparing since last Thursday for an exam that's coming up on Thursday. So I don't have to do that much study. I don't have to cram. If anything, I'm just reviewing just little things here and there. And then for example, on the next following Tuesday, I'm just starting it. I may set aside 30 minutes, maybe an hour, if I'm really feeling froggy, and just do some studying. Maybe look at 1 lecture and that's it, and call it a day. And I'm just starting it. Now, as the week progresses, as we get close to that next exam on next Tuesday, then I'll of course increase the intensity of my studying. But because I've already put in work beforehand, that day I can relax. But yeah, definitely proactively study. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is mostly for your first years going into your second year. That summer of your second year, you need to review lot of your things from first year. Because first year carries over into second year. A lot of things are going to be like a flashback to your first year. I'll be honest with you. Your professor's going to expect you to understand the big things of first year. So definitely use that summer to go over and review your physiologies. I'll even say microanatomy and anatomy, depending on how your second year curriculum is structured. But definitely that physiology is the main thing, because regardless of what year you are, physiology is like one of the core fibers of being a doctor, understand how the body works. So go back, review that same summer of some of the key big things you learned your first year. You can even use your schedule guide. Our school, we get our schedules, before summer for the next fall semester. So kind of use that to kind of gauge what we need to review. You just review.
Hello everybody, long time no see. As you can see, this is in the future. This is literally 2 days from my initial recording. I made North Carolina safely and then made my way up to West Virginia. There is snow around, as you can see by that previous little shot. But these last 2 points are essentially 2 sides of the same coin. And that is, you gotta be cognizant and aware of your mental health. And lastly, you gotta have time to relax and have fun during your second year. I feel like this year especially, because first year I wasn't too worried or too concerned about my mental health as much. I didn't think about it too much because I was too focused on school. And I feel like school can kind of cloud, and you get so focused, you get so wrapped up in schoolwork and tests and all that jazz, and you don't really think about how am I really doing mentally speaking. And this year I was more cognizant, I was more aware of where I was feeling and how I was feeling and why I was feeling that. I did a lot of talking to friends, family. I even thought about using the actual counselor services on our vet school campus, which are free to us and very good resource to use. I didn't do it this semester, but I will say this, there's not no stigma with it, but if you feel like you can talk to somebody, you talk to somebody. If you need to use professional services, you use professional services, because mental health is a vital, important aspect of veterinary medicine and just in life in general. If you don't have your mind, you can't really do the work that you love to do. And then lastly, just relaxation, having time to get to yourself. Once again, I mentioned this in previous videos, having a day to yourself where you just have a break from school. Don't worry about studying, don't worry about tests, just have a break from school. Or if you do something school related, just very light, light studying, light schoolwork, but don't make it your main focus of your day as you do other 6 days throughout the week. Once again, that ties back to your mental health, but also it ties back to your physical health too, because exhaustion is real. If you're going from class from 8 to 5 every day and then you're studying all night, eventually that's going to wear on not just your psyche, but also your body too. You gotta make sure you're eating right, you gotta make sure you're putting the right food in your body to make sure that you're energized. There's a lot of things besides just mental health you gotta focus on. You gotta focus on your physical and your overall bodily health as well too. With that being said, that's it for this video. Thank you for taking time today to watch this video. God bless you all. Be great. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all next video.